Yeah.
Well, you guys, I mean, you do a lot. You raise money for a lot of veterans organizations and first responders.
Yes.
You recently, your group, the Will DuPage, recently sponsored a service dog from K9, and that was a total game changer for this veteran. You held an event that raised the money to sponsor that dog for that veteran, which this veteran can't thank you enough for changing his life. So, what are some of the key projects you're working on now?
Well, we're always working on finding
got an
other
event coming up.
recipients. Yeah, we do have. So our Chicago chapter actually has a fundraising event coming up this Saturday, the 17th. And that chapter does the exact same thing that we do. Does fundraiser and donates to military and.
Is that all you
first
donate
responders.
to, or military and first
responders? Yes. Yep. That's
So how did
what we're.
you come up with it? Are there a lot of veterans and first responders in your club?
Yes. It's comprised basically of mostly veterans.
Now you don't
and
have to be.
you don't have
a
to be
member.
just a supporter of as well. So
So you got the Chicago chapter has an event coming up Saturday.
correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that.
It's going to be similar to the event you came to for us. So they're actually raffling off a motorcycle for theirs.
Nice.
So, yeah.
What kind of bike?
This is 2024
Yeah, I believe it's a Road King.
Road King. Yeah.
Not 2024.
Yep. No, brand new.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
brand
Not
spanking
bad.
new.
I
So-
should have bought some tickets.
But-
in fact, I think I
Right.
did.
But same concept as what we
Right.
did. So their proceeds will be donated to other organizations as well. So
How do you determine what kind of event you're going to have? Is that something that you do every year consistently? Do you change it up?
So, as of recently, so we used to always do a fundraiser for veterans and then a separate fundraiser for first responders. We've recently put both those events into one.
Right.
And now we're going to alternate. So this year, as you know, our bulk donation went to a veteran organization.
Right.
Next year, it'll go to a first responder organization. So, and then throughout the year, we donate to both.
Oh, yeah.
Wherever the need
Yeah.
is,
Well,
we
treasurer would
donate
know
to.
about
Yeah,
that.
the
Yeah,
treasurer
I mean,
knows more about that.
It was
Exactly.
like the day of our event, we donated to a military family that was in need. It was a gentleman that had passed away, and we donated to his family to help with living expenses and day-to-day
That's
needs.
great. So you guys do a lot outside of your event once a year.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Actually, we just did a ride this past weekend for kids burn camp
Oh,
and made a sizable donation to that
That's
as well.
awesome.
So that would fall into our first responders
sure.
category. So
What is your biggest challenge when you're putting on an event?
Who to donate to?
yeah, that's a big
Hello?
one.
It's always a big thing because it's like because of switching it from military to first responders every other year. It's finding a recipient for that donation. We don't just give that donation to just anybody. It has to be somebody that is qualified in need of that donation.
Right.
We don't find families that is well off, that has the income.
Right.
We
Somebody
try to
that's-
stay
that
with
is really in need
Yes.
of
Right.
it. Now, how do you
then-
determine that?
interviews, talk to people, research, word of mouth.
But your group is a really tight-knit group, though. That's after getting to know most of your members and stuff. You guys are really a tight-knit group.
Yeah, we are.
You really are. There's a lot of camaraderie there.
Right.
I mean, you guys are always doing something for another organization. You put yourself out there, and then if they need help, you're right there for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, it doesn't get better than that. I mean, you guys are... how can people get involved with Justified as far as putting on or helping you with an event? Do you look for outside help to help you with an event?
Go
I
ahead.
don't think we have in the past.
No.
So you guys
I
handle
don't
everything
think-
internally.
I don't think that we would necessarily be against it, but if somebody does come across, and we'll take it into consideration and go from there.
What about donations? I'm sure you have to
We're
accept
always
them.
willing to
Always
accept
willing.
donations. We had for our the last event, we had I think 4 in total that donated. We had a big construction company, or well, not necessarily a big construction company, but a construction company
Right.
donated $500. I can't think of the
Westfield Ford
name.
donated.
Westfield Ford donated to our
That's
cause.
Do you find that you get a lot more support, more so than another group that's doing it for other things other than first responders or for veterans? You think you have more support because of that?
I think this year, because we made it a key point to when we planned our event, we did a few changes. One was making sure we had the person that we were going to donate to off the get-go. This way, when we were selling our raffle tickets for the event, people knew where that money was going to go right then and there. And I
Right.
think it did a large impact on how we did this year. We had several small businesses in the area donated to our cause as well. They had, whether it be gift cards or whatever the case may be.
Huge.
Right.
I mean, we probably roughly in the neighborhood of almost $700 in local gift cards
Yeah.
that donated to.
That's great.
Yeah. It was.
And anything works. I mean, whether if it be cash, a check, gift cards, anything works, because I mean we take and turn around and raffle that off to where
Right.
it raises the funds and
Sure.
turns around and gets donated.
It's,
And expanded on what Anthony said about us making sure we have a recipient when we were selling our tickets and all that, so like having K9s for veterans on there. Anybody that attends our events has a special place in their heart for veterans,
You know,
so they see that and they're gonna.
I've always said I've got the best of both worlds. If you don't like veterans, you gotta like animals. If you don't like animals, you gotta. So I got my bases covered.
Right,
Everybody
right,
likes
yeah.
I'm gonna tug at somebody's heartstring. You know?
Right.
But it's because of what you're doing and with the generosity that your club has, helping other veterans and other first responders. I mean, I wish there was more groups that could learn from what you're doing to help other veterans and first responders, because what you guys are doing is great. You changed that veteran's life. Like, I could sit here all day and try to tell you what you did for him by sponsoring that dog. But when I see that guy, how he came into the program in 2 or 3 months after getting that service dog that you raised the funds for,
Yeah.
okay, and I can see the change in him every time I go to a training class. He's not the same person, and that's all due because of your generosity and your hard work that you helped.
I could see it when he was at the event
Oh.
with his dog.
Yeah.
He was just
Couldn't have found a
smiles.
smaller dog, could you?
Right.
Oh my God! You try feeding that dog every
Oh my
month.
gosh! Yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
gonna cost you just in food.
Yeah, I mean, were you guys when you came and met that at the training center?
Yeah.
You met him for the first time. He was so nervous. I mean, he thought, he was beside himself. He really didn't know what to say, but because of the generosity that you guys put forward to help him get that service dog, because we couldn't do what we do. K9 couldn't do what we do without help like we get from like Justify, and other organizations. They're the ones that keep us going so we can continue to provide these service dogs.
Oh, we also look at it another way too. Is we're giving a good dog at home too.
I get up in the morning and I get to save a dog,
Right.
and I get to help a veteran. My life doesn't get any
So
better.
it's like we're killing 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah, exactly. What are your long-term goals for your club,
Grow.
girl? If somebody wanted to join and ride with you guys, your club, tell us what does it take?
Everybody's welcome to ride with us. So, I mean, we do have a Facebook page. They can.
Tell us where that's at.
It's Justified Will DuPage on Facebook.
Justified Will DuPage.
Yep.
So if somebody was interested in becoming a part of your Justified group,
Yeah, I would suggest they look us up. They can send us a message. We
what
can
are the
tell
qualifications?
Harley.
Yeah, they have to have a Harley, right?
So
That
no
is-
Rice Rockets
No,
No,
unfortunately,
no.
I mean, we
Or
didn't
an
have a
Indian.
choose.
or Indians.
Yeah.
Anything that's made by Harley.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if they reach out to us, I would suggest if it's something they're interested in getting involved in, they're welcome to come out riding with us, meet the guys, and then
So you don't have to be a first responder. You
No,
don't have to
just
be
a supporter of.
a veteran. Just want to come out and ride and help raise funds for.
Yeah, they can come ride. And,
But you guys are such a, and I keep saying this, but such a tightly knit group, and that's what I think I like best about your club.
yeah,
Is you guys are together.
yeah, we try to be. It's
Yeah, well, you're doing a great job. What would you like to see your group come to? I mean, what are your aspirations for your group? Growth? I'm sure
yeah,
is one of them.
definitely growth. I mean, of course, the more members we have,
The more money we raise.
the more money we can raise,
Right.
which means the more people we can help.
Well, you've
So-
got, what were we talking earlier, how many active members?
Total between the two groups, roughly about 40.
About 40, yeah.
Now, the difference between Justified Will DuPage and Chicago, it's the same club, same
Yep.
group,
Yep.
just two different chapters.
Just two
Yeah.
different chapters.
One's
yeah.
But you
based out of
guys work
Chicago.
together.
We're always together.
I mean,
Yeah.
the one I'm going to on Saturday, tell us a little bit about that one.
Yeah, so they're
And tell what they're raffling off.
yeah they're raffling off a 2024 Road King. Again, they're raising funds for veterans and first responders as well. And then they're going to have, just like our event, 50-50, they're going to have, I think they're going to have like 90-something baskets that they're going to be.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of
Yeah,
baskets.
so they're going to have a lot of baskets that you can choose from. Get in on that. Food, of course.
And where's that going to be at?
So that is going to be at Davern's Tavern in is that Justice?
Justice,
Yes,
on
Justice,
79th
yeah.
Street
Yeah, on
by
79th.
88th Avenue or
Yep,
something
yep.
like that.
And that starts at 3 o'clock
Great
on
place.
Saturday.
Great place to have an event.
Yeah, goes from 3 till 9. There'll be live entertainment.
I was going to ask you what kind
Yeah.
of entertainment you
Yeah,
have
live
there.
band. So it'll be a
Admission
good time.
cost is
It's $20
at the door, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 20 at the door.
It's either-
To get in.
Yeah, I
So-
think it's 20 at the door. To
And I
get
mean
in.
that,
comes
and,
with- it
and
covers
that feeds
food.
you music and I think beer while it lasts. So
Yeah.
yeah, so
everybody likes that beer,
hey,
Yeah.
right?
especially free beer.
Yeah.
I mean, and then anybody that's viewing, I mean, keep an eye on us. I mean, we're starting to plan an event for, next year already. This way we can get a head start on it and see where we go.
What's
from
that
there.
going to be?
I think we're aiming for sometime late June.
Yeah, end of
But
June.
what type of event? Do you know yet?
It's going to be a first responder event for next year.
So
Any idea where it's going to be at?
looking like Corrigan, same
I think
place
we're
as
gonna
this
do
year.
Corrigan.
I like that. That's
So,
a huge place.
it's a great venue, and actually
Right.
they take good care of us. So,
Yeah.
well, they did this year, and they actually
I-
extended the invitation for next year. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they host a good event. They really do.
Yeah,
they work with a lot of not for profits to help
Yeah.
them out. They don't charge too much. They give them a pretty good discount just because
Oh,
they're
yeah,
a not for profit.
yeah, yeah, they treated us very well.
Yeah. So, the main thing is, I think what you guys are doing is so important because there's not enough organizations out there like yours that are helping our first responders and our veterans. And again, if it wasn't for a group like yours that are doing what you're doing, there'd be a lot more veterans and first responders in need.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, we enjoy doing it. So,
Well, I think the most important thing what you're doing is they're raising the money for other groups that are in need,
yeah,
and that's really critical. We need that. Like I said earlier, K9 couldn't do what we do if it wasn't for groups like yours doing and reaching out to us saying, hey, we want to help a veteran.
Yeah.
And that's so important,
Yeah, we don't always donate to organizations. Sometimes it's like
It's individuals.
we get an individual that, like we were talking before the show, is the police officers from a few years ago that was shot in
Alan
Chicago.
French, yeah.
We donated to him 4 years ago.
Yeah, and he's got one of our dogs.
And, so it could be just as simple as, something like that comes along and we end up donating to that individual specifically. We don't always necessarily reach out to organizations.
How do you choose who you're going to select?
Just by random. That's
Put
the
them in
way.
a hat.
Sometimes it's like when it comes down to it, it's like just by chance. It's like, hey,
How do you vet them to make sure that they're a legitimate group?
Well, if it's an individual, usually it's because somebody came to us and said, hey, I've got this person.
Right.
So like the individual veteran that we donated to the same day as our fundraiser, somebody brought him to us or brought a friend of his to us, I should
and
say.
that's actually came from another motorcycle group.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Another motorcycle group was, what was it? I think the Marines.
Yeah,
He was
Marine vets.
part of the Marine vets. He came out to one of our meetings and was, told us about it. Had some raffle tickets for the day of the event. That's how we found out about it. We wrote a check right down on the spot.
Yeah, he actually just came to sell raffle tickets for it. And we, as a group, decided
That
to
kind of
make
hurts you guys
a
out.
donation. So
It's amazing. Like I said, what you guys are doing to help veterans and responders. I wish there was only more groups like yours. That your heart's in the right spot. It really is.
And I will say, at our meeting, when that guy was there selling those raffle tickets, and we all voted to make
Did you buy one?
a donate. We did buy raffle tickets.
Yes.
Everybody did. But when we decided to make a donation, we actually had a bunch of our Chicago chapter members at that meeting, and they all voted amongst themselves and matched our donation. So
Nice.
They actually got double what. Yeah.
Not bad.
We can't donate to everybody as much as we would like to, but whatever we can come up with and whatever we can raise.
But you're doing it for the right cause. Veterans and first responders, they're so overlooked.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah.
For what they do for our country,
Right.
and for the people in our community, who else? I can't think of a better place to put your money.
Yeah.
Really. To me, that would be my priority. What are some of your biggest challenges that you have as a club and also to put on events?
To put on events, big challenge is just finding the time to organize everything.
Is there any specific person in your group that is in charge of that?
Nobody specific.
It's all by
Usually,
volunteers.
Yeah, we've got volunteers. Guys that have
committees and
volunteered.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah.
committee, and then of course the board members. We all pitch in a little bit. So, but yeah, it's and all of us are working full time as well. So trying to find the time to get
Yeah,
everything.
exactly.
And, it's not that it's hard work. But it's a lot of running and, organizing and phone calls and whatnot. So, finding the time to do that sometimes can be a little
Challenging,
challenging.
to say the least. To say the least.
But
Your job is the treasurer, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much input do you have on where that money goes? Or is it a collective?
It's a collective. Everybody is welcome to have an opinion. Be like, hey, I found so and so, or hey, I heard about this. Whatever the case may be. And as a collective group, we all decide, how much money goes. And obviously, in my position, I'm like, yep, we can do that.
Or no, we can't.
But overall, every member has an opinion and a vote.
Yep.
They say yes or no, whether if that person gets it or that organization gets it or not.
That's great. It's like I said before, doing what you're doing for first responders, and I don't want to repeat and sound like a parrot here, but I just find that that's where we need the most help. And you know, my other weakness is children. Child advocacies and, you know, when we do...
Children are coming up. They'll be in December.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do...
We do the shop with a cop.
Shop with a cop.
Really?
And
how does that work?
we go to the police department, donate some money, and the police officers take selected children to local stores, pick out Christmas presents.
And we do the, outside of the shop with a cop, we usually do the Toy Express, where we actually, as a club, meet at Walmart and whatever.
Take the kids shopping?
No,
No,
we
we
do
actually
the
do all the
shopping,
shopping.
and then we go deliver all the toys to
Sort of like
an
Toys
organization.
for Tots
Kind of like
deal.
Toys for Tots, but it's a small organization. It's called
Yeah.
Toy Express. And actually, that's kind of fun because we all get together and grab a shopping cart and start throwing stuff in.
Spend money that are just not
It's
necessarily
nice to
ours.
spend money when it's not yours, right?
You know, believe it or not, like last year when we did it, we actually had a couple people who were just shopping at Walmart, saw what we were doing,
Really?
and actually walked up to us and handed us money and said, "Here, go buy more toys."
There are some good
So-
people in this world.
Yeah, there really
I
are.
just got the 5-minute warning.
Okay.
She does it to me all the time.
Does she?
Just when we're on a roll.
Yeah.
But anyway, I want to get out one more time. Your group, your Facebook page, where they can go to help and to make a donation. What you're doing is such a commendable cause. Let people know how they can help you. Keep helping the veterans and first responders. That's important.
I mean, they can, you know, like Vince was saying, you can go to our Facebook page, follow us. We meet at Corrigan's once a month.
Right.
Every second Friday of the month at 7 o'clock. So if you want to come see us there, you can come hang out with us after, you know, while
Did
we're
they
there.
make a donation on your Facebook page?
No, we are currently working on setting up websites and access to all that. It's currently being built at the moment. So eventually, once we get our website up and going, they'll be able to go onto our website, buy our supporter merchandise, and donate.
I got to get a shirt.
Yeah.
And you're making shirts now.
Yes.
Let's get that out there.
Me and my girlfriend actually make shirts for
What's the name of the company?
Trial by Fire Designs. We're
Trial
based
by
out of
Fire.
Shorewood.
Do you have a Facebook page?
Trial by Fire on our Facebook page as well.
If you get an opportunity, go to he makes. Look at the shirt he's got. It's an amazing shirt.
Yeah, thank you.
You do great work.
Yeah, we do.
And I want to thank both you guys. I mean, for what you're doing for our veterans, I can't thank you enough. You guys put your heart and soul into what you're doing. We need more organizations that have the heart of your group to do what we're doing for our veterans.
It's our pleasure and our honor to do it.
Yeah.
So I mean,
You know, like I said, you changed the life of that veteran,
Yeah.
and you know he'll be forever grateful for what you did for him. Like I said, if you'd have seen him when he first came in to where he's at now, you changed that man's life. You
Yeah.
really did. So
that's
guys,
great to hear.
thank you.
Thanks for having us, Mike.
Thank you for having
Always
us.
want to shake the treasurer's hand. The money man.
Yeah, he is.
I
the
forgot
money
my
man.
pen. Sorry.
Oh, I got one here.
No checkbook either.
We can do a PayPal or something.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you.